Hey guys, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. And I just got back from doing a walk with my friend Carmen, which I really love, just having someone to walk with. I know at first I was just like, whatever, but it's really nice to be able to hang out and walk with her. So, yeah, so Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays are our days to walk with each other, and yeah. And stupid me, I forgot to turn my pedometer on because we were talking, and it wasn't until we were almost completely done with our walk that I was like, yeah, let's turn the odometer or the pedometer on. So I don't think I have a very good read for today, so if you're following me on Instagram, yesterday I didn't post anything because I felt like shit. And if you watch the video in between Saturday and today, this Saturday, you guys know that I was having issues getting my insulin refilled, and that it was like something like almost 2 weeks. And so yesterday was the first day that I was fully connected to my insulin pump all day, and I think it was just my body getting used to having insulin back in it, and yeah, that was some crap. But I finally got that all situated and taken care of. Thank you for everyone who reached out to me, and gave me words of encouragement and advice and whatever else. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you who have done that. But, you know, I'm starting to find that it is harder and harder for me to just get up and go and do this stuff. And it's not because I'm depressed or any of that other stuff. A lot of it is that I am just discouraged because I'm not seeing the weight loss that I think I should be seeing. At my last weigh-in, I had actually gained 3 or 4 pounds, and so instead of being 476, I went back up to 480, and I'm just really upset about that. But as Carmen pointed out to me, she sent me a thing. She's like, here's what a pound of fat looks like versus a pound of muscle. So just because you're not seeing the scale move the direction you want, know that whatever you are doing is actually, it's about the inches, not the pounds. And I'm like, okay, well, I know that, and it makes sense that is what you need to look at, is inches versus pounds. And I have felt that my stomach is starting to get tighter. I have noticed that on certain days that I do look and feel a little bit more bloated than I normally am. And like today when we were out walking, I was pushing on my stomach, and I could feel that where it was loose and flabby, it was starting to get hard again. So I just have to keep pushing through it, and the motivation and everything that you guys have been giving me has been amazing, and thank you for all of it. I know in one of the videos I talked about possibly doing a recipe sharing type of a situation, and I've really tried to be mindful of trying to share some of my recipes with y'all, but I'm not a recipe follower. Like, I cook from the soul. Like, I add ingredients until I hear that, oh child, that's enough. Like, the ancestors passed or whatever. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. But last night's dinner is one of the ones that I absolutely love to make, and it's a comfort food for me. And I do remember this recipe offhand because it is one that I kind of follow the same method all the time. So I will put the recipe and the links down below, but I'm just going to quickly tell you what it is. So you take a pork shoulder roast, or just a pork roast of whatever. It can have the bone or without the bone, doesn't matter how. I have an Instant Pot, and so this is how I cook it. You could do it in the oven in a traditional way, but if it came between Crockpot, Instapot, or oven, I would put it in a Crockpot before I put it in the oven, because you really want it to have that moist and juice, that like juiciness to it. So anyways, in the Instant Pot, I have the 6-quart, I believe. But anyways, I put in 2 pork roasts, and you could use one, doesn't matter what size it is. And I've never done this with beef, so I don't know if it works with beef, but you just put in one of the roasts. I do about half of the pot filled with water, even though you could technically do it with just the cup of water. And then I add in Italian seasonings. I typically add in about 1/4 of a cup of Italian seasoning, just because I really like that strong flavor that it gives to the meat. Then I also add in seasoning salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now, it could be granular onion, granular garlic, whatever. Just those are the items I add in there. Every once in a while, I'll do a capful or 2 of liquid smoke, like the Hickory Liquid Smoke, but sometimes it just doesn't sit well with me. So I'll cook that off for about an hour. Yeah, about 160 minutes. So that's what, 2.5 hours, give or take. And that's just my personal cooking preference. Now, you don't have to do it that long. If you're doing it in a crock pot, you'd want to start it in the morning before you go to work, and then when you come home, it's going to be perfect. Then you take yourself some rice. I used about 2.5 cups of rice, because I was making a bunch of it for yesterday and today's lunch, and possibly even tomorrow's leftover dinners, depending on how much I have left. And then after you have done up, or when you're doing your rice, and it can be instant rice or brown rice or whatever, I usually use just a plain white instant rice. I'll take some of the stock from the pork after it has done cooking, and I'll add that into the rice, and then I'll add at least 3 tablespoons of Italian seasoning to the rice, and let that all cook together. While the rice is cooking off, I will take the pork and put it in a frying pan with a little bit of butter. Well, yesterday, because I did a lot of it, I used about 5 tablespoons of butter. So a whole stick of butter, and some olive oil, and you shred it all up inside the pan as it's cooking, and you fry it until it becomes really crispy. And about the time that it starts getting really crispy is about the time that the rice should be done. So you just ladle the rice into a bowl, and you take that pork while it's nice and hot and crispy, and you put it over the rice, and then you add just a little bit more of the Italian seasoning, and that is a go-to comfort food for me. According to my calorie tracker, it's right around 560 calories per serving. So if you are lacking on your caloric intake for the day, then you might want to try that. But if you have kind of overstepped your boundaries a little bit, then it's something that you may want to kind of dial back on. But it's one of my most favorite dishes, and it's super easy. And like tonight, out with the pork that I have left over, I'm going to turn that into pulled pork. Pulled pork. And I have some low-calorie barbecue sauce that I'm going to put over it, and use up the last of my hamburger buns before they go bad. So yeah, but if it is something that you guys are really interested in, I will create a Facebook group for us, and we can exchange recipes in there. Oh, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know, I constantly post pictures of my food and of my day-to-day life activities, and at the end of the day, typically around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I will then post my day's walking record. So if you guys want to keep track that way. But yeah, I would really like to take the 600 of us that we have together here and form a community where we can help and empower each other, not only through weight loss journeys, or just like if we're having a bad day, we can go and we can talk with one another, maybe even do some live video chats if that's something that you're interested in. But I would really like to start trying to be more interactive with y'all outside of the videos that I do a couple times a week now. But yeah. Also, coming up more sooner than later, I found out that my mom is going to come and visit, so I may skip out on a video or two, but I'm going to try to adhere to it and make sure that everything is still up and running. But I haven't seen my mom in like 2.5 years now, and I'm not really sure how much time she's going to be spending here at my place, or how much time she's going to be spending over at my brother's house, or whatever else. I just know she's coming up for a month, and that she's going to be bouncing between the two places. So we'll see how that works out. But anyways, for right now, that just talking about the insulin is the biggest thing that has happened in my life right now, that has been one hell of a nightmare. And I'm thankful that it finally got figured out, but the amount of stress and duress that it caused me getting it is beyond bullshit. But I got it. I got my test strips. So thank God I ration my insulin, which you're not supposed to do, but I do it for this very exact reason. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go now, and I will talk to you all later. So you know the drill. Questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. Please hit like and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And in the comment section down below, let's interact with one another. Tell me what you want to do. Would you like me to create a Facebook group for us so that we can interact there? Would you like to do, like, what would you like to do? Or do you just enjoy watching the videos when I post them? Do you not enjoy the videos? What kind of content would you like for me to produce? You know, stuff like that. So, and like I said, follow me on Instagram. It's Michael Scott Peterson, all one word, S-O-N, not S-E-N. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Hello Cupcake, the number 4, the letter U. And as always, you can check out the blog, hellocupcakeitsme.com, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys!